Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you are, wherever you're listening to the recording, all the things. Thank you for being here, and welcome to A Glimpse of Growth with Dr. Dale. Thank you for having this conversation and being here today with me. Today's conversation, I always say this, but it's the truth. With Father's Day coming up, our conversation today is about fatherhood, it's about leadership, it's about humanity. And with Father's Day coming up, I wanted to create a space where a conversation that honestly, I don't think happens enough. The emotional side of fatherhood and leadership, right? Because when we think about leadership and we think about people, we often think about in workplaces titles and degrees and business and workplace and telling somebody what to do and policies and strategy and performance. All of those things are important, yes, but some of the most important lessons, I believe, are learned are not learned in boardrooms. They're learned in living rooms, in homes, and they're learned at home by through patience, through sacrifice, through emotional regulation, not blowing up on someone every time you see them come through the door. Responsibility, accountability, like all the things, protecting someone, loving someone, caring for someone, leading someone, guiding someone, all those things. There's a quote by our previous president that says, and I quote, he said, not, where's the quote? Hold on, you guys. He said, what I've realized is that life doesn't count for much unless you're willing to do your small part to leave this world a better place. Any fool, and this is a quote from our beautiful previous president Barack Obama. He said, any fool can have a child. That doesn't make you a father. It's the courage to raise that child. That's what makes you a father. Whew. So it wasn't me. That's the quote. Look it up. And honestly, I believe fatherhood has a way of reshaping us as humans, us, our children, emotionally, physically, mentally, all the things, how you think as a child and as you grow up, the things that you remember with your father and your mother there in homes, right? That's where you learn all of the things first. It changes how we communicate, how we listen, how we decide to protect ourselves or not, how we make decisions, and how we lead ourselves all together. And today I'm having a conversation with three wonderful leaders in boardrooms and offices and conferences and organizations, and amazing fathers all at the same time, right? And that doesn't mean perfection. Please know that's not perfection. That is simply consistency. That's simply knowing your emotional awareness, your emotional intelligence, patience, and emotional maturity, and just showing up and being there intentionally. So today's conversation, I'm having it with folks that are just amazing fathers and human beings. They have learned the growth, they have learned lessons, they have learned what it means to take a breath and walk away. They have learned leadership and legacy, because leadership is not only what happens again in those offices and workplaces. Sometimes leadership is happening right in front of us in our homes with the people that we're talking to. So help me. I'm going to bring them on stage and we're going to have this conversation, and we're going to take it to the next. So today we're talking about fatherhood, leadership, emotional intelligence, how it changed us and how we grow. And we don't have a long time here. It's going to be a short time because how fathers grow, how they grow emotionally, how they grow, how they take responsibility, right? And what kind of emotional legacy are they leaving, and what kind are you leaving? What do you want to leave? Because emotional intelligent leadership matters everywhere, including the homes you are in, including your home. So, welcome to this conversation with me. I'm going to bring these amazing gentlemen in and we can just pop right in and have this conversation. Hello, Kenson, Ken, thank you for being here. Keith, Mike.
My pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Yay. Okay, so before we jump right in and start asking all these questions to you guys, I'm gonna give an opportunity for you guys to just introduce yourselves, and then we can keep it going. So jump right in.
All right. I guess I'll go first.
Yay.
Ken Magny. I work for the county, and I am a senior software developer. Been in the IT industry for over 20 years, and I am a father of two.
Father, can you said county? What county?
Miami-Dade County. I'm not supposed to really say.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So everything here is kosher, right? We have to be like really on the level because you are rapping but not rapping, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to be that way,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay. There you go, you guys. All right. So Keith, Mike, want to jump in?
I'll jump in then. Keith Franklin. I'm area vice president for Gallagher. What does that mean? I'm a health and benefits consultant with Gallagher. Um, I have two fantastic children, one in college, one around the door from college, and fatherhood's been a fantastic challenge. Is probably the best way to explain it.
Yeah, I love it. Mike, all yours.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Name's Mike. I worked in radio. I don't know if that's obvious right now, but I worked in radio, and I'm building up my own side business right now in family financing. So took a complete change of shift there. But I'm probably the interesting one here, where our little girl just turned 1 a couple weeks ago, and we got a later start with everything. So she just turned 1. I just turned 44. So this is very new, especially at this age. The lack of sleep hurts a little differently at this age.
Yes,
I love
indeed.
it so. So I'm assuming. I mean, okay, Keith, did you have any issues with lack of sleep, Kenson, or did you have any? I just since Mike mentioned it, I thought it was interesting.
I've been
I did.
fortunate.
For somebody that grew up that could sleep through fire alarms. Suddenly, I could not sleep through a child calling out for us. I suddenly woke up on a dime. So,
The fatherly instinct kicked in.
oh yes, without a doubt, yes.
No, and
What
see,
about
what's worse for me is I was always a really light sleeper to begin with, so that's even less sleep.
Oh man,
Jeez
poor
Louise.
Mike.
He's hearing the sheet. He's hearing them lift the sheet up, is what he's saying.
Well, here's how bad it got. I used to have curly hair.
What
Oh,
happened? Kenson, what about you? Any lack of sleep happened on your end?
no lack of sleep, believe it or not.
Wow, that's why you didn't
No
want to say
lack of sleep.
nothing. You didn't want to make them feel bad.
I said I've been fortunate. No lack of sleep. Yeah, I've been very fortunate. Even with the latest one, Amari, you know he's active, but in the middle of the night at the beginning, oh please, I sleep through whatever. I wasn't worried about him, and his mom would wake up a lot because she'd be pumping in the middle of the night and feed
Yeah,
him in the middle of the night, and then doctor's like, "What are you doing? Let him sleep throughout the night." And believe me, till this day, he sleeps the whole night. After like the first 2 months, slept through the
nice,
whole night.
nice. I love
Yes.
it. Oh, lucky you. Okay. So
Yeah.
here's our first question, gentlemen. What leadership lesson did fatherhood teach you that no degree or corporate role ever could? Just one. I know it could be a gazillion, but just give me one.
What just happened?
Being well,
No.
being that our little one is still in a very learning developmental stage, and speech is not quite there. Leadership lessons, tone, tone and volume
Hmm.
kind of make a can make a big set, because well, all of our parents like had the serious face, all give us the serious look.
Yeah.
She's maybe too young to comprehend that at the moment, but tone and volume, got to learn how to utilize that, and like when it's probably proper. Not for everything. I'm learning as I go.
So she is paying attention to the loudness, and if it's because that makes a difference in how she responds. Yes.
Yeah, because not that she knows she's doing anything wrong, because she's too young to comprehend it. But
Right. Right.
if I think the word "no" is really getting used a lot, and if she's still somewhat disobeying that, voice and tone needs to come out a little bit more. And
Firm.
that's
Yeah.
just to let her know. Like I said, the comprehension's a little bit different at this stage,
Yeah.
just being one. So I'm sure as she gets older, leadership might need to take a little bit of a different detour. But for right now, volume and tone, just to let her know, hey, that's not, no food, no toy. I'm saying these things a lot to her.
Keith, Kenson, you want to jump in?
I would say patience can't be faked. They will
Mm,
read you like an open book and be like, "Daddy, why are you mad?" I'm like, "I didn't say anything about being mad." It's like, "No, no, you we can feel it." Like my daughter would call me out on it, and I'm like, "This is not right." She's reading me. And you had to show up your authentic you, but a calm version of the authentic you. And it definitely
because she
taught
can
me.
feel, even though you didn't say anything or tried to hold it in to let her not see it, she still felt it.
Yeah, she could feel the pent up energy that I was
Yeah.
coming with, and of course it's the end of the days. A lot of times it's end of days, had a long work day, etc. So you may have not walked in with your patients, but you quickly find your patients when you walk in the
Mm,
room with them. So that's something I developed, I think, pretty quick. She put me in my place. So she put me in
yeah.
my place and showed me that patience would win out. So
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
and that's why when
Kenson?
you see me today, um, all of you always tell me all the time I look so patient. You don't know inside there's like a rat race going around inside me, but it's patience on the outside.
Because
I've
his years develop. But Keith, you always do present like you're calm and like, yeah, let's do this, whatever we need to do to figure it out. Flexibility, you're open. That's what you present, and it's because again you learned this stuff early on.
fatherhood. If you saw it before fatherhood, it was not this version. So it was definitely not this version.
I love it. Kenson?
I would say, man, it could be a lot of things, but I have to bond two different things together:
Okay.
patience and consistency.
Ooh.
And
Kenson?
yeah, patience and consistency, because children gonna teach you to be patient. There's been moments where I just like have to stop, take a breath before I say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, and
Yeah.
I have to like tell myself, just calm down. He's only two. Just take a chill pill. Right now he doesn't understand,
Yeah.
but you just have to stop and take a breath. And the reason I add consistency to that is because um, they're learning. So you have to be willing to be patient enough to teach them and understand that it's going to take them a while. So you have to be consistent in what you're trying to teach them. What are you trying? At least that's the approach that I take. You need
Yeah.
to be able to reinforce the same thing over and over and over and over again, because they're eventually going to learn it. They're going to learn what it is that you're trying to portray
Yeah.
to them. So you have to just be patient and consistent with everything. That you can't learn that in school. You can't learn that at no job. Home, yes, yes.
And the jobs that do try to teach it to you, you walk out. You walked out way long before that
Oh
job could
yeah.
ever.
Oh yeah. See, that's the thing too, because at work I could just get up and walk away from the conversation. You can't walk away from your child, especially if it's just you and the child in the house. So now you gotta like talk to yourself, talk yourself down, and all right, let's try this again.
And if you try walking away, all you're going to hear is "Daddy, Daddy,
Yep.
Daddy, Daddy."
It's true. It's
uh
true.
so very true. And what happens is that when I mentioned, when I talked to my Mother's Day series, that child is going to remember, oh, my dad, he was always very open and very ready to have that conversation and very patient. Like, they remember instances. So right now, to Mike's point, learning that stuff now is so vital because they take that with them 40 years later. And then
Right.
they remember that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
agreed.
Okay. Next question. Blind
Oof.
spot that fatherhood taught you, that your kid pointed out, that you thought that you had it all together, but it looks like you didn't have it.
Mm, I would
I'll
say
jump in. I've always
okay.
been, or I would always be a fixer. Before hearing everything, I would look at it and be like, I'm going to fix that. Like before they even finish talking about, like, I can fix it. And what it made me do is it started to, I went from fixing to understanding. So it kind of shifted
Mm,
the mindset where I had to understand where they're at. Sometimes they didn't need me to fix it. They just needed me to hear them
yes.
and
Yeah.
be in the moment with them of understanding, whether
What they were going through. Yeah.
it's a fight with a friend or whatever it was. I was sitting there like, all right, we're calling Bobby up now. I'm like, we're gonna have a conversation with Bobby. Yeah, but no,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was more about understanding, going with their feelings, being on that same tip with them. I didn't do that at first. That was definitely not me. I was just going to go fix it. I was going to go outside, fix the situation, come back in, and it was a wrong approach, um, and definitely got exposed. So
Did you, it took you some time to get there, to realize that.
yes, it
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you had to have that kind of insightfulness of kind of looking at it like, all right, I didn't give them their space and give air to about it. I jumped on it right away and saw that even in my work life where I was a fixer.
Yes.
I jump on things before even hearing the entire situation. Like, I'm like, you know what? I got the fix. Like, we don't have to wait. We don't have to call on somebody else. I can do it. And wrong approach. Maybe I did fix whatever it was in the moment, but there was a lot of other people around me that didn't feel it was fixed. They felt like I was just controlling the situation rather
Right.
than
And then they didn't
rather
have a say, or you didn't hear what I had to say. Yeah, I didn't feel like you saw what I needed you to see, or from my perspective. So they felt left out. So
correct.
that seeped into your leadership quickly if you didn't pick up on it and check it, right?
Correct. Exactly. Yep. And definitely felt that. I was always a controller. Not saying I'm still not. I'm an under control controller now. So I'll give that.
Yes. Yes, 100%. Mike Kinson, you want to jump in?
Um, yeah. So for me, I would say listening with intention.
Mm,
Um, I listen. Most people say I'm a good listener, and I learned that I'm only a good listener if I'm focused on listening to you. So,
wow, Kinson.
um,
That's deep. What?
It's true. It's true. So, like, you can hear, you can hear like kids. Let's start with Amari. He can say he wants something, but it's what I think he wants, and I get it from him. He's like, no, that's not what he wants. He wants something else. So I have to like really, really listen to what he's saying because I'm busy doing other things. So what I thought I heard is not really what I heard. So
Yeah.
now I have to really stop and listen to what he's asking for to realize what he said, especially him being a toddler. But I can take it up higher to, let's say, Tyler, who's 20, gonna be 21 this year.
Yeah.
He, he's a teenager. He
Yeah.
talks, he wants something. You know how they are. They will reach out and say they want something, and what they want, that's what they want.
Yeah.
And you like, it's been times where he'll just message me and say, hey, can you send me $50, right?
Hmm.
I'm busy doing other stuff. Like, I see his message, I don't even remember that I sent it to him, but I'm not really paying attention to what
Tension.
it is. I just saw something, I took care of it, off to the next. um but in reality, listening with intention is being present, being there, and
Mm-hmm.
actually hearing and interacting. Because I'm not asking what are you going to do with the $50. You just asked for $50 and I sent it to you. How do I know you're not going to go buy drugs? How do I know you're not going to go do something that you're not supposed to be doing?
Because you
I could
raised the
be.
right consent. You raised
I
the
know, and I rely on that. But you know what I've learned and seen over the years, that a lot of times we think we're raising our children correctly, and there's things going on with them because we're not present. We're not paying them any mind, and we don't know what's going on. So because
Yeah.
of that, it's like, oh wait, I just gave him $50. Why I gave him that? Oh, I needed it to pay my phone bill. Okay, cool. Not
Yeah.
that if he was gonna go do something bad with it, he would really tell me.
Nefarious with it. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm saying to be present because when you're present, you can kind of know more or less if something is going on. Even like knowing what's wrong, like Keith mentioned earlier, like uh, patience because they can look at you and know that something's up and ask what's going on. Like, you got to be present. You can, in the moment you're present in your child's life, you can actually realize and see what's going on with them because they can only fake the funk for so
Too
much,
long.
so
Sure.
long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can pick out little things here and there, like, and if you're present enough in their life, if they're lying to you, you're gonna know because the lie they gave you last week doesn't add up with the lie they're
It
giving you
doesn't add up. This.
Yep.
now. So you
I.
just
I.
know, like, wait a second, you said X, but this
Yeah.
is Y going on over here.
Yeah. I
No,
love
no.
it. Mike, I'll let you jump in.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I figured patience would be an issue, and it has been. So that's not the blind side because I knew that would
Yeah.
be a thing. But the sort of level of like anything selfish for me, so many things got to be put aside. Like I would wake up and get my workouts done in the morning. No time
Yeah.
for that anymore because baby's got to be take precedent of everything else. You know, I'm missing the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight for this, and that's fine. But sports or something like something I want to watch. No, it's
Yep.
got to be kind of what she's. And if we're trying to, let's binge something, a show or whatever, we really don't have time for that. So like we're eating, put on something for her that's going to get her attention. It, a lot of these sort of selfish things that like I was so used to doing and having. So many things are on the back burner now because, and that was kind of like, ooh, yeah. So I those things really had to scale back because different priorities come into play. So um, that was kind of and still kind of a thing that I have to catch myself on here and there. We're like, wait a minute, and my wife will say it, little little people first, right? Just like take care of her first. It's just like if I'm gonna go to the kitchen, freshen up my drink, whatever, get more on my plate because I'm just hungry that night. She's like, oh, what about her? What does she need anything? What do we need wipes? She made another spilled another thing, threw stuff on the floor. Her first. Like, yep, you're right. You're right. So that's sort
Wow.
of things for me. No, no. Gotta check on her first.
I think that would be one that I would have to pay attention to when I become a mother because what I used to say when I was younger, I don't think I'm ever going to have any kids because I won't be able to focus on all things me.
No, no, that's not a lie. I mean, like as far as travel, that's been kind of
Yeah.
a like we had to scale that back. I mean, we did get her on a first like a plane trip recently, so
Yeah.
new adventure there. But as far as like taking trips and stuff like this, we would go. My wife's cool with us going to a city where I can watch a baseball game, and that's fun. We did that, but those have gotten far less. International travel has not happened in about 2 years, and you can guess why. So yeah, just the priorities of those sort of
Have
selfish things
changed.
really need to scale back. Yep.
So, can we bring this into the workplace? If we say with what Mike just said about you as the leader, it's not about what you want to do. Yes, we have the overall organization's vision and goals and all that stuff, right? The department. Now, let's bring that down into the department. You have a project and you're giving it to the team. You, as the leader, what you want to do, you probably already have a solution on what you want to do and how you want to go about it, right? But it's for the team to do that. You have to give that to them, right? And let them
Yep.
take the lead and
Yep.
delegate that to them. You're the boss. You're the manager, you're the leader. How are they going to grow if you don't allow them opportunities to stretch their wings? What are your thoughts about that, you guys?
It's not just giving them the opportunity to stretch their wings, but you have to go back to being patient. Um, Look at them, assess them, look at what their potential is, because sometimes they need a push
Oh, a
in the
lot.
right
Yeah.
direction in order for them to be able to do things. And in the workplace, I was the IT services manager. I had 15 people reporting to me, and you know, a lot of them have skills, but they're sitting there not really doing anything that helps them. And you have to grab them and say, "Hey, it's sad to say it, but don't consider this as your permanent job or permanent place in life.
Right.
You need to try to grow. You know how to code and do certain things, or at least you're willing to learn. So, how can I help you to be able to do these things? Because a lot of times as a leader, you get projects, and if you don't know what the skills of everyone on your team is, how do you know who to
Yes.
assign to
Yes.
assist with those projects? So you have to look at that. You have to assess everybody and figure out, hey, this person is weak in this area, but they're strong in this area. And I have this other guy who I think if I put this guy and this guy together, I think they could figure out a way to
What they
make
need
this
to
work.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I look at it from that standpoint because it's hard to, and sometimes people don't want to work with each other because of whatever reasons. But if you as a leader coach them properly and try to be that glue that helps them, they might be able to work out whatever it
A
is.
lot of
Sometimes
times
people
they
don't
they
want to work
will.
out. Yeah, they don't want to do things with each other just because. Oh, I don't know. He looks like he's the kind of guy who doesn't want to be bothered or whatever.
No,
No.
no, we can't be bothered with that. That's low mentality, and you just help them see it from a different perspective, right?
Exactly.
Keith, did you want to add something to this?
No, I always have a quote in my head of it's not how far you fall, it's how high you bounce that
Oh,
counts.
Keith, where did
That's
you
it's
hear
a
that one?
Zig
I don't know
Ziglar
that one.
Ziglar Ziglar, yeah.
Ah,
So
Mm.
yeah,
is how
it,
hard you bounce. Keith,
yeah,
can you
how
explain
high
it
you
just a little
bounce
bit?
that counts. Yes,
That counts.
yeah. Because you're
So,
gonna
can you
fall,
explain
you're
it just
gonna
a little
fail,
bit
you're
to
gonna
make sure
fall.
I get it?
Yeah. It's not where you fall; it's how high you bounce that counts.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that a lot. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I love this. See, you guys, I told you the time would go by fast. See, we already 30 minutes in. The time 30 minutes in. So let's smooth on by as we cover these last couple of questions. So, how do you as a leader, as a father today balance any and all of these things? And
Oh
maybe
man,
let's keep it brief because I want to get two or three more other questions in here. So,
this empathy word. So,
hmm, what, Kenson? What about
so
it?
let's talk about empathy and accountability. Let's talk
Okay.
about those two words. The first word and the third word. um, a lot of times as a leader, um, you know, for me, it, I'll give you a quick scenario. I have uh, one guy who was just late all the time. He comes in whenever he feels like it. And when I say it was bad because he started like affecting the other people on his
Okay.
shift, right?
Yep.
Which is not good. So now you have other people in the shift who are passive aggressive and don't want to say nothing. They know what's going on, so they start doing their own thing. They're like, "Well, he came in late. I'm gonna leave early." Well, that's not good. I, it affects everybody in the shift, and it affects SLAs and other things that are tied to our performance.
Okay.
And
Where does the
uh,
empathy come into play there?
the empathy
Or
comes into play.
accountability?
Hold on. Accountability, both of them together, both of them
Okay.
together. So this is happening, and then I decided to talk to him like, hey, what's going on? And he explained, it was some personal things going on at home, and I empathized with what was going on. I did because I understood what it was and what it meant for him to not want to be late, but I had no choice but to keep being late because of
Okay.
something that's going on at home that's personal.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, I still had to hold him accountable because he was coming late and wasn't saying anything to me. And I'm the manager. You're not saying anything to me. How am I supposed to, deal with it accordingly and figure out what I want to do or what options I want to propose? You don't say anything to me, then we're not gonna get anywhere. So yes, I had to write him up because it was just so many tardies, and I couldn't let that go. So he had to be held accountable for him being tardy all the time. But I understood where he was coming from, and had he spoken and said something to me, I would be able to handle it a different way.
100%.
I,
I
I,
love that.
I love it. It's and you almost I almost like redefine it. It's clear standards and fair consequences while having the emotional safety to fail and grow. Though that it sounded like there was no growth. It was just hitting fail form. Unfortunately, yeah,
Yes, yes.
Fail, fail. Mike, did you want to jump in?
I mean, being in this new position of fatherhood and where I am, yeah, it being so new to me, like a lot of these areas they're really going to start to play themselves out. I can tell. As of right now, I mean, the accountability thing. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know where that would even stand, but in these next couple of months, probably in the next year, especially, a lot of this is going to come into play heavily right now.
Yeah.
Um, and where I would see myself right now, I remember we kind of did the game. I think at the baby shower of like, we sat back to back in the shoe game, raise
Yeah.
the shoe, and me and my wife, like, raise the shoe if you think you are this or this. And so, the strict parent, that's me, the fun parent, but that's also me. And everybody's looking at me sideways, like you can't be both. I'm like,
Yes, you
says
can.
You
you.
can.
That's
You
Yes,
can.
you
I think
can.
I think you can, and I think discipline is probably going to be one of my I can't say stronger points, but at least that's the button that I'll push heaviest on. And I don't want that to be by default or anything. I don't want that to be anything negative. But and that's just simple stuff around the house normally. Clean as you go. I'll say that. I mean, for whatever it is, if it's clothes, dishes, etc. So this is really going to pan out interesting. I mean, part of that does play into accountability, empathy, and emotional safety. Those are going to be the big ones. I want to keep those locked in for the upcoming months, the upcoming year, because those are going to be touchy ones. Like I said, me being new to this position, I got to see where that maps out and how I play towards it.
I'll tell you that right before we started this show, um, Amari just he has a slide in the indoor slide, and he decides to stand on the top part of the slide and jump across. He does it when I'm not looking because he knows when I look at him and I give him that look, he knows not to. But
So instead of a nice smooth, whoosh, you hear a thump, and you know what
yes,
happened.
I heard it. I heard it. And then he comes to me because I was in the kitchen. He comes to me and he's like pouting. And I look at him. I said, "What happened?" And then he's like, "I jumped. I already know what happened to him because I know he jumped and I know from where he jumped and he busted his lips." And I'm like, "Nope. This is me holding him accountable. You should have never had.
Kenton,
You
Pull
should
the
have never
Kenton,
had
authority
jump."
back
two
and
or
push the
three.
accountability.
This is really terrible, but here's my sarcastic side of it. This is exactly what I would do. Nope, I'm not shedding a tear over that one.
Ooh.
Keith, you don't agree, right? Keith, you don't agree?
Well, it's funny because we tell these stories, and I think of like my daughter when she first started crawling on tile, and she ate it. And so both my wife's like, and I'm like, no, I'm like, shh, like let's don't give her the reaction. Let her have what she thinks is the reaction. If you show that
Mhm.
emotion, she's going to mirror that emotion. So
Yep.
empathy, you almost have to pull back. You're going to keep it inside and keep it to the
True.
right
Yep.
standard of the situation. Like let her have her moment. She kind of I remember that. I mean, this is going back 20 years now. It was just amazing to watch her have her moment. She kind of felt it, stuff like that. Looked at us, and we're like, oh, we put our hands out, like kind of hang out. That's it. And she was right off. She cut her lip and stuff like that. And I'm like she's gonna be my strong one, and she's my competitive strong one. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yes.
Oh my goodness. I'm learning so much from you guys.
Yep. Sometimes tough
Like,
love, but it's a good tough love. Yeah.
it's a good tough
Yes.
love and safe tough love. To Kenson's
Correct.
point, right?
Yes.
Safe.
Yes.
All right.
So I have a question. That what?
Yeah, keep in mind, Doc, you said that Kenson did not.
Exactly.
That's what he said. All right.
Yeah, exactly. I think he gave the same look that he gave his son earlier to you just then.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So, you guys bring up you guys mentioned something, but really didn't mention something. So I'm going to mention it, and it wasn't anything that you guys that we shared previously. How has your fatherhood from your father influenced your fatherhood into your leadership? You can give me one sentence. Doesn't have to be anything long or crazy. Just your perspective on things.
And mine's quick and easy. My dad was a Marine, so he was direct. So I knew where I stood. So he told me if my crap stank or didn't stink. So he was direct when we had that, and I take that with me. I'm pretty direct to people. I mean, I probably sugarcoat a little bit more than he did with his Marine way, but I still am pretty direct with people and honest
Yeah.
and feedback and what I think of myself at times. It's direct, and there's nothing beating around a bush. There's no bushes around. It's a tall tree being shook. So it's not a bush. So, yeah. So I'd say that definitely his that way he approached it was something I probably mirror or took with me because I appreciate that form of directness and in that way I know where I am in that moment.
Was his father like that, or direct as well? For me,
I would say maybe, yeah. I mean, because
yeah,
from a dating standpoint, but probably not. I would say my dad probably was a little bit more from he definitely had
more
the Marine
the Marine
style,
thing. Yeah,
the
yeah.
Marine style to him. Yeah,
Okay, good. Thank you for
Um,
sharing, Keith.
definitely.
I would say for me, one simple phrase: work hard. My dad work hard. He taught me, and that's just looking over the years of
Yeah,
everything that he was going through and everything that he did to support the family. And you know, my sister and I were born here, and my two brothers were born in Haiti. And to bring them over here, shoot, for him to come here in the first place, that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
But bringing my mother over, and having my sister and myself being born here, and you know, taking care of everything, paying all the bills, especially during a time when, like like now, things are different. You know, it was a time where people didn't have money to do a lot of things. We
Yeah.
didn't have the opportunity to, like, look at the kids now. They all got cell phones and tablets, and I didn't grow up with any of that stuff. My parents, even if it existed, my parents could not afford to give it to me. But you best believe the light bill was paid, the water bill was paid, there was a roof over our head, there was food on the table. If we went school shopping at the beginning of the school year, and you better make it last the whole school year,
Yep.
because you ain't getting nothing until the next school year comes around.
Yeah.
So work hard, because nothing you want comes easy. And if
Easy.
you're not work, if you got it and you didn't work hard for it, then it ain't gonna last.
So then that is seeping into how you, as a father
Yeah,
today. Yeah,
yeah,
very much so.
yes. You guys know I'm a workaholic, and a lot of times I'm not present.
I was surprised you're here. I was just gonna say.
Because it's me and he wanted to have this conversation, right, Kenson?
Of course, I wanted to have
He's
this
just Mike. He's
conversation.
just taking a lunch break right now. He's going to go right back.
This is lunch break, y'all. This is a
Yeah,
reminder to take your lunch breaks.
there you go.
Keith, Mike, what about you?
Maybe not to the same degree for Kenson's sort of story, but definitely work ethic. My dad was just always working. Not that he was never around, never present, but I mean just always working. It's we didn't take the family trips. I mean, we went to Disney World when I was like 3, so I don't even remember it. But I mean, all the cool Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore, all the a baseball game, nothing like that. Just dad was always working. So just that sort of work ethic, build up and provide. And that's still definitely me. I mean, yeah, we did go to a baseball city this year, but that's otherwise no. I mean, it's uh, yeah, every day just sick day. No, I mean we'll take vacation days. We don't really take sick days like that. No, I can fight through whatever. I'll make it no problem. I from childhood, I remember my dad like calling out of work sick one day that I recall. So and I'm largely the same. I mean, COVID sure a couple of years back was different for probably a lot of us, but otherwise, yeah, just you're scheduled to work. You got stuff to do. Whatever quotas, etc., that you got to fulfill.
You got to
There's a
do it.
place to go. A great quote. I think it's a Dave Ramsey quote. And not to say that my family growing up was broken, that we're not broke now, but there's a great place to go when you're broke, and that's to work.
That is spot on. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Mike, I don't like that quote.
I love that quote. I gotta use
But it,
it.
but
Thanks,
it's
Mike.
No.
true. I mean, yeah, not to say that you might not be broke, but I mean, well, we don't have enough, we don't make it. You know where you can go? You can go to
Work.
work.
I need to
And
put
that
that
will
on a
cure that
t-shirt.
first line, right?
Yeah.
That first line will be cured. Wow. Thank you. That was timely. That was timely. Okay, so this is my last question, you guys. What values are you trying to leave behind? Which essentially is what legacy do you want to leave with your kids? What do you want it to
Mm,
be? I want to make sure that she gets this, that he gets this. What is that?
man, that's a lot for me.
I know it
Uh,
could be you're gonna have to bring it home, like just funnel it one way, kids.
It's
um,
almost echoing what we've been talking about, that work ethic side. It's work ethic, but for me, it's you got to be careful with it. It's work ethic without burnout. Like
Mm,
and you can push it, and push it and push it, but the burnout, that's you're going to take that with you. I mean, that's baggage you don't want to bring with you. So I'd say, yeah, that work ethic mentality. We had a similar, actually hearing the stories of both of you, similar stories with my dad. He picked up any job that was available, from fisherman to call hogger to whatever it was, to make money and bring money home. But he was at my baseball game, he was at my soccer game, he was at my basketball game, wherever it was, he was
he made
showing
sure he
up.
was
So yeah,
present there,
he made
there
sure
for
he,
you.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I think what I'll bring it home with is um, being able to, and this is workplace, home, doesn't matter,
Yeah.
being able to create that safe space for those around you to feel safe enough to
Mm,
come and communicate whatever it is with you. And children, you need to help them feel safe in order for them to always
yeah,
be real with you. They, yes,
mm.
they are children, and they should always know that, know your place. I'm the adult, you're the child. But at the same time, as the adult, you do still need to create that safe space for them. And the same thing from, from a the leadership standpoint. When you're there, and with my story from earlier, how this individual never came to me and said anything until I approached him, like,
Approach
"Hey, what's
him. Yeah.
going on?" Maybe I could have done a better job of creating a safe space that he would feel comfortable enough to come to me and say, "Hey, this is what's going on," instead of him doing what he chooses to do on his own. So that, for me, that's what I would try to model for both my children, to be able to feel comfortable enough to speak to me at any time, and they should feel the same, um, to feel the same, to create a safe space for whether it's a friend or their parent or whoever.
Kenson, what you just said, if business leaders, if bosses all over the world, fathers got that, I believe we would have, like, kids would be so much more emotionally mature and resilient, right?
Mhm.
Because they would know that they have a place they that was groomed in their house, at their job, and they could go, instead of balling up all of this stuff inside, and
yeah.
Mhm.
not addressing it, and thinking that just pushing it under the rug is going to make it better, when it makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
And Kendra, you're
Agreed.
spot on. My wife creates that. She's the better of the two of us at creating that emotional safety ground, and I mean, she gets way too much information. She gets everything. My kids talk about every single little detail, and can talk it through, which is, it's just neat to see that. I'm not her level. She is next level at that.
But you know what it looks like, and you know what it feels
Oh
like.
yeah, yeah,
So when you go into your job as a boss,
yeah,
you see, so you try your best to bring it as close to that as possible. To Kenson's point, maybe I could have done a little bit better in creating that space for him to come to me.
yeah.
So what is
Mhm.
my role in that situation?
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I have the model at home. I mean, I already have what that
Right.
looks like. Yeah, yeah.
Right. I love that. Thank you both for that. Oh, that was for me. Thank you. I received. I received. What about you, Mike? What about you?
Just I don't know if it's really a value, but at least just sort of for like her happiness. And I mean, right
Mm,
now, very young, where the simplest things can make her happy. I'm very like it makes me chuckle that you know, we were just kind of binging things over the holidays, of course, holiday movies or whatever. Here comes New Year's. I'm like, I don't know if there's a New Year's movie. We did Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for Thanksgiving. We did all the Christmas movies. It's New Year's. I'm like, what's New Year's? I'm like, Futurama. I mean, it starts at New Year's, right? So we started binging that. And I remember one night I'm trying to put her to sleep. She's got the bottle in her mouth. The episode ends. The theme of the credits starts rolling, and she sits up like Dracula and like looks at the TV and like I'm like, oh no, I was so close to getting her to go to bed, but she recognized the theme song, and now like we'll turn that on. Like that's if it's not Baby Shark, it might be Futurama, but when the opening theme starts up, she like smiles and looks at us like she recognizes it. Now that's on a very simple standpoint at this age,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
even to have some of those things where like find those things that make you happy. That's I want to start to like instill those kinds of things where like you just got like a bunch of, let's say, gifts or something, a birthday that could be down the road, a bunch of balloons. You got like 10 balloons, and that felt good. But what about your friends over there? What if you gave them a balloon or two? Wouldn't that feel good? And think of how
Mhm.
happy they can be.
Yeah,
Because like the gift of giving
yeah.
actually can be a great thing. So it's just like that sort of happiness, and to sort of show the different avenues that can come across. And I think giving is one of those.
Man, you guys didn't come surface level at all. You guys came deep with this emotional resilience, security, and safety and happiness. And you can take that in both at home and at work. You know, you have employees there, you want your employees to be happy. You want your clients to be happy. Like if you want your kids to be happy, you want your home to be happy. All of it seeps into each other, whether you're at work or at home, it doesn't matter. People are always learning from us, right? Our tone, our kids, our employees, our reactions to things, our presence. They're learning from us every second of the day, and how we love under pressure, right? How we show up under pressure. That really says a lot to them, because leadership is not just what we say, again, right? It's how people experience us. And consistently, you imagine showing up one day to Keith's point earlier, how I used to come home from work, all grumpy and yelling and this and that, and you just slamming doors because you're pissed off or whatever happened at work. You're bringing that to your home, and your child is receiving that, right? And even though you try to like temper it down, they still could feel it.
And while you're on this, it's not about what you say; it's about how you make them. That's how you make somebody feel,
Right.
and that's exactly
That's
what.
exactly what it was. The tone, she felt it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, energy does not lie. So to every father, to every mentor out there, leader trying to grow intentionally, thank you. Like these gentlemen, Ken, Keith, Mike, thank you for doing the hard work, because that's not easy, right? Being human today is not easy. So, and as a
Right.
leader today, it's not easy. Just imagine as a father to have to add all of that on top of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that we're all talking leadership a lot today. We see it in the workplace a lot. And this one thing that always stuck in my brain is leadership is not a role, it's an action.
Mm,
Anybody can, I'm the boss, just do this because I said so. As parents, because I said so.
right.
Hmm.
Leadership is not a role, it's action. And it speaks louder than words.
It sure
Yep.
does. And actions that bring us forward, inspire others, right? Not,
Yes.
to your point, delegating and telling people what to do. That's that doesn't make you a leader. It
Yep.
doesn't. So anything
Yeah,
else
but that,
anybody wants to add? Please, you can get
I
out
was
of
gonna say
here.
like just to delegate and do it like that doesn't make you a leader, that makes you a traffic cop.
There you go. There you go.
This way. This way. I
There
love
you go.
that's a really good analogy. So thank you, gentlemen, for being here and having this conversation with me. It was fun. The time went by so fast.
It
Thank
did.
you for your
It did, yeah.
leadership. Thank you for this. I just laughed so much, and you guys laughed as well. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this platform. Appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it, you guys. We're gonna be back here next week for another glimpse of growth with Dr. Dale, and that's it. If you guys want to get in touch with any of these gentlemen, they're on LinkedIn. Okay, just look for them on LinkedIn. If you want to connect, if you want to say hi, If you want to thank them, they're on LinkedIn. Exactly how their name is. He's like, that's how my name is spelled, just like that. So that's right, just how that's how it is. So thank you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next episode for a glimpse of growth. Bye. Later.
Take care.